What's up, everybody? So, something definitely feels off with reality lately. Things just feel crazy. Obviously, everything feels pretty fake. Things just feel less real. The vibe's different, right? Especially now in 2026, it's freaking off the charts. Like, people everywhere struggling, irritable, frustrated, stressed, depressed, you name it. I hate even speaking those words into existence, right? I wish I could say, hey, we're all happy. But, it feels like in 2016, it started getting a little crazy. And I think we all know why. And then 2020 is when shit went pretty nuts. Like 2020 to 2024 was just batshit insane. And then we had the eclipse in April 2024, right? And that was a very strange day. And it feels like a point where things started changing. So what exactly changed with reality itself, or the perception of reality, consciousness? Did nothing change? Is it all in our minds? Are we being socially engineered? A lot going on. A lot of people have theories, but that day was strange because we had a ton of lines in the sky. We had a massive sun halo. Crazy ominous clouds moved in, blocked the, I was getting a good video of it. Clouds came in and blocked it. But I think right after that too, we had massive northern lights, sky filled with auroras. And I was in Connecticut at the time, so that's highly unusual. That's something was up with that. I don't believe for a second those were completely natural. And if they were, some crazy shit was going on. And all I know is this reality we're in now, a lot of people are feeling it, Amazingly, there's a lot of people who just don't notice anything because they're so locked into the matrix point of view and perception that they can't see anything. And then they are psyoped to hate those of us who are awake or have alternative views. And then that reinforces them not believing anything, right? They don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. They want to be related to us, and then that's why they take things like flat earth. They take things, other conspiracies, and they blend them all into one. So if you believe one, you get the conspiracy label. Therefore, you believe them all. So, to believe one thing makes you, puts you on the side of flat earthers. Not calling out flat earthers, I'm just using that as an example of what they are fucking doing, right? It's the age of beliefs in labels, and everyone gets one. You're either left, you're right, you love Trump, you hate Trump, liberal, conservative, conspiracy theorist, science, just everything, Crazy. Everything's a label. Everyone has to be put into a box because that's how, that's the most effective way of keeping us divided. It's like, it's really hard to simply just be a person, right? You're freaking white, you're black, you're this, you're that. And it does everything but bring us together, which it should. I mean, we're the ones being fucked, for a lack of a better word, by this system. But then we all are psyoped into hating each other. And that allows people at the top to get away with pretty much anything. I don't care what your opinion on, like, say, the sky is, but I grew up in the 90s. I don't remember massive fucking lines from horizon to horizon. And now we see that and they go, what? Oh, those are just contrails. Those are nothing. You must be misremembering the past. They've always been there. Your weather app has sun halo on it now. I don't remember sun halos. Oh, well, the ancient people saw them. The ancient people also revered them as a sign from God because they were so extremely rare. And now I have about 50 different pictures of sun halos throughout the last year alone. And something here in Florida massively changed. Like, The afternoon showers went away. Had no hurricanes make landfall, that is. Insane clouds now. All sorts of insane phenomenon. And shit's just crazy, you know. We got AI now. Nothing feels real. We got 1 million 5G towers that went up in the middle of COVID. For what? I mean, pretty sure we had decent internet before that. Apparently we needed a couple 100,000 towers across the country to, you know, a little faster Wi-Fi. A couple more millimeter waves in the ether to cook, if you know what I mean. Little microwave action. And you really hope, you really wish that none of this is like happening or nefarious. And I hate to even speak it in, you know, not that I'm speaking it into existence. I'm just stating what the fucking obvious is, because the shit's happening regardless. But it's crazy, man. And the people that should be coming together, we ain't coming together. We're being driven further apart, right? With bots. I just got, I won't even say it because the video got taken down, if you know what I mean. You know, because we got disclosure coming too, supposedly. What timing, right? When everything is fake, nothing seems real, everything's AI, you can't even tell what videos are real now. So literally anything they tell us, it's like, really? What do you believe? Because they want it confusing. They want, you know, it's better if everything's confusing and fake and no one knows what's real, then obviously that's beneficial to people trying to hide things because no one knows what's real. And if you point something out and say, look at this, someone just says, that's AI, who cares? You know, I don't know how many videos I see that 10 years ago would have blew my mind. Today I'm like, fake, AI. You know, but that eclipse, that point in time, something changed, man. 2020, something changed, the frequency changed, the vibe changed, you know. And I know a lot of people talk about like this 5D reality and consciousness and, you know, we're all ascending. I don't know. Maybe we are. But I also know that a lot of those ascension symptoms people talk about are eerily similar to, you know, radiation sort of, you know, symptoms. So what do we do about it, man? I don't know. But we all got to be on the same page, and we're not. But it does amaze me, all the people that are awake, even if they have different beliefs. We're all roughly in agreement on certain things as far as waking up to the Matrix. And in my opinion, we can't then be wrong. There's too many people, right? You can be wrong. You have a belief. Maybe it's not exactly that, right? Like, to go back to flat earth, you know, maybe in a sense they're right, but maybe it's a simulation and we just simply perceive whatever, you know. You look out into the distance and you're sort of just creating that with perception, with your mind, the projector, you know. So it's possible shape is irrelevant. Now, it's possible, anything's possible, right? And people who have a belief, you know, that's fine. I'm just a realist. I don't know what the answer is, so I don't dig in too hard on any one thing and say, it's definitely that, because I just don't know. I just try to, you know, figure it all out. I try to get the best idea I can of things. And I understand why all these people believe these different things, and I don't hate on them for it, right? because at least we're questioning reality. At least we're, questioning the norms, because we're just taught things from the moment we're born, and we just take that information and keep it with us. And that's, and anyone who questions it, like, this person's crazy, they think, science is lying, they think reality's this, they believe in these conspiracies. And it's like, well, it's not a choice to, oh, I just believe in conspiracies because I enjoy them. It's like, no, bro, it's called thinking for yourself. Even if you are wrong and this is really not a thing and this conspiracy's fucking wrong and this, like, who gives a shit? Because no one has the answers for reality. We're all just fucking, we can all literally just go along with what we're told and taught, and that's it. Or we can think outside the box. What if, and I say what if, but I'm pretty positive this is what, if the matrix or the system is being run in a sort of nefarious way to keep us imprisoned or enslaved at 9 to 5s and paying bills, blasting us with frequencies and, the skies, the food, if that's all taking place and we just simply go, well, I don't see it because it's labeled a conspiracy, well, then there's no one to blame but us for all the shit happening. So I'll take the chance and believe what's considered crazy in the hopes other people might see it and wake up to it, because something's definitely changed, and it just seems to be getting crazier, and I don't know exactly what it is, and I'm losing my voice. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's going to take a whole lot of people to wake up to and make a change, because shit's crazy. But I'm out. I'll see you in the next one.